Hi all, Hal here with more Empyrion, Galactic Survival. And I was just out and about doing a little bit of a spacewalk. I was over at the Thermica station trying to see what kind of defenses we have over there. And yeah, they've got a bunch of missile systems over there now, so... I'm not sure if they're actually the heavy plasma, or I think they're just the regular missile launchers, but there's two on either side, two on the platforms, and one on top. So... yeah, we're not going to be able to sneak up on that one with the, outside of the ship. So what I've done is I've started building a rocket launcher a little bit earlier. And we will be making a stop over there sometime in the near future. But for right now, what I wanted to do is get back to the ship. I wanted to show you some of the changes that they've made to the game. There was a update at the end of last week. So like on Friday, I believe. So anyway, I wanted to say happy Monday, everybody. Hope you had a fantastic weekend, and that the week is going to be something relaxing. Probably not. It's a Monday, I know. But we can always hope that it's something nice and relaxing for you, right? All right, so as you can see, we are back at our CV. Let's go ahead and kill the jetpack. Now, I want to take a look really quick. Okay, so one of the first things I wanted to go over is some of the new things that they've added. So if you remember, there used to be a Tier 1 and Tier 2 rocket launcher. The Tier 2 rocket launcher has now become the plasma cannon. It does operate for all intents and purposes just like the rocket launcher. It's an explosive area of effect attack. Not a whole lot different to it at 300 points. Basically, they've gone from a rocket animation and ammo type to an energy-based, well, plasma-based system. Alright, so we've got our rockets here. We should have... There's our ship-based rocket launcher. One of the other things that they have changed, and I think you might be interested in to see this... Let's go ahead and take our Tier 2 mining out. So the Tier 1 drill has been replaced. It is no longer an energy-based drill. It is now a physical-based drill. Let's give a quick look at this thing. And as you can see, this thing is rather impressive. Now, it does use the drill charge, I believe... Oh, yeah, okay. Just wanted to make sure. I thought it did. And as you can see, it is no longer a laser type drill as is the Tier 2 drill. So I'm not quite sure why they made the change. I think it was just they were trying to differentiate it a little bit. But it is interesting. It looks, I mean, the model is awesome. The one thing I have a concern with is how well it's going to work. So we're going to actually take this thing out and test it a little bit later. But for now, as I said, it does use the regular drill ammo, so it's not too bad. We do have a rocket launcher for the ship to deal with, and we have our ammo for it. So some of the other things that they've done is that the constructors... okay, so this one's still the old. This is still the old constructor. So I need to replace the constructor. Actually, let's go ahead and do that. We're going to take all this stuff out. What we're going to do is we're going to drop this. Let's go back to here. We're going to go over here and drop all of our stuff off because we don't want to have it in our inventory right now. What they've done is they've taken the old constructors and they've given them the ability to actually have a queue now. So the advanced constructor has the ability to cancel jobs in process. Let's go ahead and say, I don't know, let's grab some bullets. Something that we're going to actually be able to use a bit of. Do we have any? No. Nope, we have no ammo left. So, okay, let's go ahead and do the blocks then. So what we're going to do is we're going to say, 10 blocks, right? So I can actually, I'm supposed to be able to, oh, you know what? I'm going to have to replace these two, aren't I? Okay, so the new advanced constructor has the ability to cancel jobs in progress. Actually, we want to... Why did I not get parts back for my constructor? Well, the hell? I'm not getting parts back. Interesting. I think that's a bug. Alright, so yeah, basically what I'm going to need to do is let's go ahead and create a new constructor if I have the parts for it. I don't know. Yeah, I do. Okay. But not the advanced constructor. So let's go ahead and create one. We're actually going to create two of these. What do we need for this? We need power coils, and I don't think we have power coils. And I'm guessing we don't have the materials to make power coils either. Let's see here really quick. Oh no, we do have power. So we're going to make one of those, and then what we're going to do is we're going to make one of the advanced constructors as well. Alright. So what happens is that the normal constructors now have a queue, and they will actually produce the subcomponents as well, like the advanced constructor used to. And then the advanced constructor, you can actually cancel jobs that are in process, except for whatever one is currently being actively used. So if you create a stack of, say, 100 blocks, you get 10 blocks in and you realize you need to create something else, you don't have to turn the system off to clear the queue any longer. You can now just clear the queue while it's still producing. And the only thing it'll do is it'll finish producing whatever unit it's left, it was last working on. Okay, so what we're going to do is go ahead and do this. We're going to go here, and sure, we'll do that one. That's fun. Alright, so now this is the just regular large constructor, and as you can see, we do have the queue and the subcomponent queue. And what they've said is, Eleon Games has said that they're going to come back, revisit this, and rebalance the constructors again. But I'm thinking that they really just had, because once you get to an advanced constructor, there's no reason to use the old constructor, mainly because of the construction queue. So I'm thinking what you're going to see in the future is that either this queue is going to be reduced for the large constructor, or you're going to see very drastic changes in speed as well as what is craftable in each of the constructors. I think everybody knows I'm not a huge fan of gating criteria for any reason. I think what you're going to see is probably things like power coils and maybe the advanced CPUs being gated behind the advanced constructor, as well as having the advanced constructor being much faster. That would be the easiest way that I could see them balancing these things and making sure that both devices maintain a usefulness. But again, we're not going to know until, they actually do it. Okay, so our advanced constructor is burning, so while that's burning, you have resources. See, what I should have done is gone ahead and just put it all in here to begin with. But, I had to be difficult, right? Okay, so it's creating that. We're going to go ahead and place our other regular constructor down because we can. Let's see here. Alright. So we want our regular constructor. We are going to take... Oops. See, now we did get the components back for that one. Interesting. Alright, so let's go ahead and drop... Oops. All of this stuff off. See if we can make another advanced constructor to replace it. Yep. Awesome. Okay. So what we're going to do now is go ahead and place our new advanced constructor. And I want... you facing here. Okay. So, and again, as you can see, we do have the construction queue. We have all of our same stuff. And yeah, so while we're waiting for the second advanced constructor to finish, I wanted to show you one of the other things that has been added. There is now a fighter cockpit that has been added to the lineup. Where is our fighter cockpit? So that is the old fighter cockpit. Is this the new one? No, that should be interesting. Maybe it's... Oh no, that's the advanced constructor. It should be there. Let's see here. We'll look at this and just see what we have in the way here. Well, because they've said the release notes have said that there is a new fighter cockpit, so maybe they restyled the model for this one. But who knows? Anyway, so what we're going to do is let me go ahead and get the other constructor down. We're going to take all this, move all of our stuff over, and when I get done, I will bring us all back. See you shortly. And we're back, and I did find the new cockpit. It's cockpit number 9. I actually didn't learn it yet. It was in the tech tree, and I was like, oh yeah, I kind of forgot to go check there, huh? I was also surprised to find out that the small constructor had to be relearned. I'm thinking that this is because of the changes that have been made to the constructors in general. So we shall see, but all of the constructors now, except for the emergency constructor, should have that queue where you have the sub-production queue as well. So like I said, I think that the way they're going to balance it is you're going to see things removed from earlier constructors, and only as you go up the tech tree, only certain things are going to be able to be built in certain constructors. Now, again, I'm not sure how this is really going to work for later purposes, because once you get up in the ranks, the small constructor you can always put on a ship. The normal constructor, are you going to use it after you can build advanced constructors? That's my real question with it. So, but we'll see how they do it. Eleon's been pretty good about balancing things so far, so it's just a matter of time to see how they actually handle this. But we do have the cockpit 9. Okay, so while we're here, let's make sure that nothing else got snuck in on us here. Everything looks like it's still good. Yeah, okay. Anything for bases? No. Small vessel? Nope, everything there is good. Anything under miscellaneous? Hover vessel? I'm really curious to see this this new cockpit, because I may be replacing one on my ship. Okay, and all of our weapons are good. Okay. So like I said, I just wanted to make sure, because they sometimes sneak stuff in and we find it when we're looking through other things. So, okay. Alright, so the improved, like I was saying, the advanced constructor or improved in constructor, you can take out of items out of the construction queue. When you have an alien core of a base gets destroyed, all the spawners and turrets get deactivated, where previously the turrets and spawners would sometimes remain active. So even if you had cleared a base, the spawners would still respawn some of the NPCs. Your turrets are now shown as deactivated in control panel when you spawn a blueprint. There are the difficulty of the drone attacks on Aqua have been reduced, and they're saying they finally fixed the infinite drone spawn. We'll see. If you do see it, let the folks at Eleon know. They're always looking for feedback, and they really appreciate when people provide them with accurate bugs, so that they can help improve the game. So there is we've already seen it, the mechanical drill for tier 1. They've also enabled the ability to run around when you have jetpacks enabled when you're on a planet. So that's actually a good thing. Well, my opinion anyway. They did reset controls, unfortunately. You know how touchy I am about my control schemes. This was okay. I mean, it wasn't too bad. It was very easy to reset it. But they have updated the control scheme. So if you are used to your old controls and already have a save, be aware of that. Oh, that's rather nice. I have a design. I have a build for you already. That is actually a nice chair design. I'm wondering what the rest of the cockpit looks like. Can we see it? Nope. I'm in build mode, so it's not going to let me. Oh, there we go. Okay, that's actually a nice little cockpit design. I'm kind of liking that. It looks like the visibility out of that cockpit is probably the best so far, except for maybe the previous fighter cockpit. But we'll see. Whoops, running out of food and oxygen. We can't allow that. So yeah, so those are some of the basic things to be aware of. One of the things that they did do is they also switched the functionality between F and T. Previously, T was the access anything and enter and exit cockpits. Now F is. So you can remap it. I already did. I'm back on the T standard, as you can see. The other thing that they changed is that food items now stack. And if you do a shift right click, you can consume them straight out of inventory. So you don't even have to pick them up anymore. Which is a nice thing because it means you can keep your toolbar free of all of your food items. Actually, we're going to leave the big med kits there just because. So you'll actually be able to carry more weapons with you if that's what you want, and be able to keep the rest of your food inventory in your in the inventory itself. Now, one thing to realize is that perish timers still exist, and what they do is they take every time you add a new item to the stack, it takes the time left from the two stacks, adds them together, and then divides it in half. So if you have something with a stack of, that has a decay timer of 10 and another timer of 8, the new stack decay timer is going to be 9. Basically, split the difference, round up, right? Just so you know, because it's nice to have the ability to stack all of these food items, but at the same time, you need to be aware of your decay times because it is getting a little bit more like an actual survival game. So food, as it has always decayed, now it actually has a factor, because when it decays, the entire stack decays. So keep that in mind. Oh, let's see. So the new food processor, which this is not, can also do the auto crafting. So you just select the item and subcomponents are crafted out automatically as long as you have the resources. So that means I'm going to have to replace all of my food processors as well as all the crafting systems, which I've already done. But the food stations we haven't touched yet. Anything that's terrain placeable, so emergency crafting stations, turrets, anything like that is now movable. You can actually go in, place things into the terrain, and then go back and pick it up later, which means we're going to have some interesting ideas, and so we're going to do some experimentation with some of the turrets and stuff in the game, because I think that we can actually utilize this new mechanic fairly interestingly. We'll see. There is now a sector map. If you open up here, you have your normal planetary map, your system map, right? Your navigational, and now you have your sector map. Next step, galactic maps. So the nice thing is this gives you a good idea of what's in here. So when you go to a new system, you're going to have basically you should in theory have all of the planets identified. Oh, look, we got a new planet. Right, make sure here. Okay. So I know Oskatoon was in there last time. That's not too bad. We may have to pay a visit to some of these planets here in the near future. But I just wanted to give you, like I said, a quick overview of some of the things that have changed, a little bit of an update on what's going on with the game, as well as just to say hi. I hope you all had a fantastic weekend, and I think I'm going to go ahead and call this one here. Now, when we come back next time, we're actually going to be doing a little bit of planetary adventure. I'm thinking we're going to jump into one of the newer planets. I'm thinking probably Oskatoon, because it is a temperate planet. and we're going to go take a look, see if we can get some of the new point of interest spawns. And I may actually do a little bit of work on my ship off camera, at least the scout, or even build a new ship. I think I may just go ahead and build a new one. And we'll take that one with us, I think. But yeah, anyway, I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did like the episode, make sure you hit that like button. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them in the section below the video. If you haven't already done so, I do ask that you also subscribe. The likes and subscriptions really do help the channel to grow, and it really helps me out because it lets me know what content you're enjoying, and it makes it easier to plan what we're going to be doing, because if you like a particular type of content or a particular series, the likes let me know, and I will plan to produce more of it for you. So anyway, I'm out of here. I hope you all have a fantastic day, and as always, folks, take care and be safe out there, everybody. Now, to get to the cockpit. Let's see, we have the ship, we have everything. Alright, so let's go here. Oh yeah. Nothing like the present. See ya.